Tutorial 4, the edit functions. Let me close that down. In Tutorial 3, you drew a sample pattern piece consisting of two objects, a closed one and this open one for the waistline. In this tutorial, you will use some of the editing functions to modify your sloper. You will sample some of the functions in the Edit menu, which work on entire objects. The functions in the Points menu are also editing functions, but they work on some of the individual points in an object rather than the whole object. You will try some of those later. I've got the sloper that we created in Tutorial 3 open. If you can't see everything on your screen, push the End button on your keyboard and it will put everything in view. Now let's move an object. To do so, select the Move icon. It looks like a hand. It's over here on the left. Right or left click your mouse on it, and now over here on the right it tells us what tool we have. Let me readjust our screen here just so we can see it all. Okay, and then down here in the blue prompt, it's telling us what to do with that tool. We are going to select an object. Right here, I'm getting close to my sloper. You do need to be close to the line. If not, you are out here. It is picking it up, but sometimes it may not. You might need to get closer to the line. The object will highlight. If nothing happens, you didn't click the mouse close enough to the edge of the object. If you click the wrong thing, just click again and it will unselect it. Note that inside the sloper is not highlighted. This is because it is a different object and you haven't selected it. We want the waistline to stay with the sloper when we move it, so let's select that line too. The computer will keep asking you to select more items until you tell it you are done selecting. You should now have both the sloper and the line highlighted. Tell the computer you're finished selecting objects by pressing the Escape key, or you can right-click, select Done Selecting. All right. PatternMaker is asking you for a reference point to calculate the move from. Think of it as a handle that you are attaching to the objects to carry them by. But the handle doesn't have to be on the objects you're moving. It can be anywhere in the drawing. Use the left mouse button to select a point somewhere near the objects you have selected. That set our base point. The next prompt in our blue command bar will be destination. Move the mouse around. Remember not to hold the mouse button down. The objects you selected will move around too. You will see a blue cyan or blue-green line appear. This line indicates how far you have moved the objects, and it is not part of the drawing. Move the mouse to the right a bit, then click the left mouse button again. The cyan line disappears, and the word command is asking in the prompt line down here again. Now we've moved it, but if you don't like what you did, we can undo that. Suppose the move command you just did was a mistake. You can use the undo command to undo the last change you made to the drawing. You can only go back one change. It is looks kind of like an upside down U with an arrow on it. If you hold your cursor over it for a moment, it will tell you what the command tool is, and if you click that, it moves the object back to its original place. But we still have our move tool. I can see that up here because it is in purple up in the corner, and it is asking us to select our objects. And I can select them again and then set my base point and right click, done selecting, set my base point and move some more. I undid or lost that one. Again, undo that and it puts it back in the same place so that you're able to repeat a command again and again with a tool. Now let's group some objects. Something you have, sometimes you have a group of objects and you want and you will want any change made to one of them to apply to all of them. In other words, when you select one, you want to select them all. You can do this by forming a group. The group command is found in the symbol menu up here across the top bar. Select symbol group. Select the same two objects we did before, the outline of the sloper and the waistline. If we use either our right mouse click or escape, we can select done selecting, and now they're grouped. In the manual here it says we would be prompted to give it a name. We are not in this version. I don't know if it's just because it's a different version of the software or because this is the demo. But now if I click on one of those items, because they're grouped, they all are selected together. So I'm going to escape, cancel the command. All right, to ungroup an object, to break the group up again, in case you needed that, use the ungroup command in the symbol. Select from the symbol menu, ungroup, and then we would select that, done selecting, and now if we test it out, okay, we're still in our ungroup tool, that's why. Let's just see about if we move. See, now when I go to select, cancel the command of move, but now when I am selecting, they are coming up individually instead of together. All right, more editing commands. Try the following commands from the edit menu. All of them work in a way similar to the move command. Select a command, select objects by clicking the left mouse button on them, press escape, or click the right mouse button to finish selecting items. Give PatternMaker more information either by entering points with the mouse, making choices when asked, or typing inputs. You can repeat a command by clicking the mouse in the drawing area again. Some of the different commands you can read about further in the manual that comes with your demo. But we can take a look at the edit menu. You can mirror, you can reflect. I'm not sure what the difference is between those. We could read up on that. You can rotate, you can scale, resize. Scale keeps it uniform. Resize would let you do it either in the length or widthwise. We can change objects. We can erase objects. That's your delete button. Close objects. We can flip horizontal, flip vertical. Let's try the mirror real quick. And we want to select what we need to mirror. And I can right click or click escape. Done selecting. Start line to reflect across. All right, there we go. All right, so the mirror makes a copy for you. That's a good one to know. Now I can undo that command if I'd like to, or I could have kept it. After you undo one, you can quickly redo it if you thought, no, I think I will keep an extra one here. Okay. You can go through and try some of the others, the resize, the expand, erase, copy, mirror, things like that. There are some other editing commands. Let's check this one out. Change. Try the following commands too. They won't be anything to watch as you move the mouse, but they are even simpler than move. Let's go to Edit, Change. Let's change an object. Select Object. We want to select that one. Now, done selecting, what do we want to change? Do we want to change the color of the line? Do we want to change the line type or line width? Let's go line type, and you can play around with these on your own. Let's say I wanted to make it a dashed line for like a stitching line. Click OK. There's my dashed line. Now I'm still in the same tool. I could click again to select it, and done selecting. Let's say inside it, I want to give it a slightly different look to the pattern of it, just for perhaps maybe remembering that it is a flipped version of a piece, or maybe it's a facing or an interfacing. So you can change the pattern inside there too. All right. Just looking through my tutorial notes here. Most of this is really for you to explore, but I've given you the direction of where to go to make changes to an object. Go to your edit. We will cover points in another tutorial. Oh, I'm still in my change one, cancel command, and I don't make any change, and I would go on to my next tool. That's it for our tutorial 4. Play around with those edit ones and see what you learn.